Let's go to Hotlanta.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Mick?
Love the show, Opie. I love you, but man, just sick of the Bush bashing with you.
No, I think at this point it's all. Hold on, sir.
Are you one of the 28%?
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. His approval rating's down to 28%, which is obviously very low. It's the lowest he's ever had. And I'm sitting there going, who are the 28% that still think he's doing a great job?
No, see, did I say any of that? What I said was sick of the Bush bashing. It just makes you closer to the terrorists. It makes you more on their side.
No. Oh, dude, you know what makes you? This is why you're so stupid. To express dissatisfaction with your leadership does not make you closer to the terrorists because you're using the freedom that you have here to engage in political dissent. What are you talking about?
They hate us. Hate us.
They do. But what you just said is completely stupid. You just said the complete opposite of what is the truth.
Bush has done and is doing an awful job as president of the United States. That doesn't mean I want the terrorists to win, or I don't want every one of them wiped out with their head exploded by a bomb. I would love that, too. I just think Bush is doing a bad job.
How is the economy?
Dude, you just said, hold on.
Dude, stop the economy. How was the economy when Clinton was in office, dude? How was the economy when Clinton was in?
It was the start of a recession.
Shut up. It was some of the best he was in for 8 years, and it was giant. It was a giant economy that we had when Clinton was in office.
You're not Professor Anthony on this one.
Dude, you're an idiot.
Oh, boy.
Listen to you schmuck. You're going to tell me for the 8 years Clinton was in office that our economy was bad? We didn't have a deficit.
But listen, though. Listen to yourself. That's fine. But that's when terrorism started.
I'm not. You're talking. Hey, dude, two different things. Clinton was an ass when it came to national security. The guy was a jackass because he didn't know how to identify threats overseas. That's his part of being a moron. But don't tell me Bush and the economy has anything to do with each other. Stop it.
Hey, by the way, Mick, you're talking to Anthony, who is definitely a Republican.
Yeah.
By the way.
But maybe taking your side then. I don't get it.
No, I'm not. Why do I have to take one side or the other? I'm a Republican who thinks Bush is an idiot doing a bad job as the president. I want our troops to go over there in the millions and wipe out every one of those idiot animals that want to kill us.
Right.
And
not backing the president is not backing the king.
Oh, shut up. You don't blindly go with a leader that sucks. Okay? He sucks as a leader.
9/11.
What?
Dummy.
What else? What else does he suck at?
What?
What does he suck at? Tell me what he sucks at.
Okay, being honest with the American public, and he kind of misled people and gave and then switched reasons in the middle of a war.
Specifics, though. Give me some specifics.
We're going because there's weapons of mass destruction, and then there's no weapons of mass destruction, and then it becomes Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Fair. That's fair, but go look at...
I just gave you a massive example, and you're going, that's fair?
Go look at all the senators that also thought we had weapons of mass destruction. Why pin it on just Bush?
Because the buck stops here, stupid. You're the president.
Bucko.
You get the credit, or you take the rap.
Why you're insulting, you're proving that you just don't get it, man. Why you call me stupid?
Because you are. You said criticizing Bush is siding with terrorism. You sound like a child.
Absolutely.
What does he do?
It gives the terrorists power.
Hey, Mick.
How?
How?
Even back its own leaders.
How?
See that?
We are supposed to blindly say that this guy is doing a good job.
Great point. Not blindly, but not publicly.
Not publicly in America?
Whisper in the catacombs, you
in the
idiot.
United States of America, we can't publicly call out officials?
What are we, Christianity in 10 A.D.?
Are you insane? You've just wiped out the First Amendment, the first one.
He's got a good idea, though. We'll go talk in a corn maze somewhere.
Yeah, really? You're the one who doesn't want to have public discourse, you jackass.
You know, let me tell you something. You guys are worse than any. I'm even. Yeah, the people that say if you don't support Bush, you're supporting the terrorists are worse than some of these left-wing jackoffs that are just as bad as the right-wing jackoff like you, Mick.
Well,
you're an idiot.
You're a dope.
You can't blindly follow a president. If he's doing a bad job, have the courage to say he's doing a bad job.
In what? What did he do a bad job?
I mentioned the war, and you go fair point.
Well, I don't know. I'm not too happy about paying $4 a gallon for gas this summer. I don't know.
The war was for oil. I guess that wasn't true either.
Never said that.
I never said that.
Who said the war's for oil in this place? That's one of those stupid left-wing liberal ass.
Oil up.
That's one of those ass statements from the left that the war was for oil. I know it's not for oil.
And just and Mick, just so you know where I stand, I hate them all.
And that's fair.
I have no confidence in our politicians these days.
I'm glad we brought it back to that.
We shouldn't have public. We shouldn't
I'm not
have
going after just Bush. I think they're all a joke right now.
No, hold on.
They need to work together, and they just refuse to.
We shouldn't have public. Not in public. We shouldn't disagree in public. You actually said that.
Yeah.
And then a claim.
Bush bashing Bush.
What?
At the same time, you're talking about the terrorists and how they.
Wow, we hit a nerve with this guy because all we said was he looked very disinterested with the Queen's visit and watching what's his name play the violin.
We absolutely.
That's all we said today.
Should smash him in public.
It's a pattern, though. It's a pattern.
Really? Is it, Mick? Is it a pattern to smash the president who deserves to be smashed?
It's a cool thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why we do it.
Cool thing to do.
28% agree with you, stupid.
It has nothing to do with being educated and really looking at the issues and criticizing the president for some of his faults. The second you do that, you're just wrapping your head up and strapping a bomb to yourself and running into an American building, right?
I'm just saying, be specific.
Okay, I'll be specific with you, buddy. After 9/11, I believe Bush had one of the highest, if not the highest, U.S. presidency approval ever. Higher than Reagan. Reagan never had higher than a 68%, I think, approval rating. And Bush had one of the highest ever. How did he go from that, after we were just attacked, the way he handled it, which was well.
Good question.
He handled that well. How did he go from that to where he is now?
How did he do that?
Absolutely, because the American public doesn't appreciate the fact that we haven't been attacked since 9/11.
How did he go?
Dude, before 9/11, we hadn't been attacked since,
the 40s.
No, that's not true. You remember the first World Trade Center bombing?
Yes, we do remember the first World Trade Center bombing.
We understand that.
93.
We don't count that in the same league.
And I'm not going to count the Cole either. It was a terrorist bombing, but it's a military ship. It's a little different than being rammed by airplanes into a civilian building.
You didn't answer my question. How did he go from? It was close to 90-something%. I wish somebody had that. I could be wrong, but he went from that to 28%.
Yeah.
How do you drop 60-something points?
How does that happen,
If the
Mick?
economy is so good and everything's great,
How does it happen, Mick? Go ahead. You're on.
Because no one appreciates the fact that we haven't been attacked since 9/11.
No one okay.
It twists everything, and then it's a build-up.
So you're blaming everyone else for why his approval rating has dropped. Everyone is so powerful that they can make a man's approval rating drop, even though he's doing a great job.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Really?
Okay, Mick,
Mick, good
he
point.
made a great point. You just showed yourself
To be a dummy.
to be a dope.
Give us a reason, Mick.
And I bet if you poll your audience, you'll find a lot more people.
Stop, little boy.
28%.
Stop with the media. Give specific examples. How did he drop that far? This is not a 10% drop in the poll. I apologize. It was 85% after 9/11. Travis just brought me the thing. 85%. And if I'm right about Reagan, I want to say 68% or in that area was his highest ever. And he was a beloved American president.
And by the way, you're talking to another Republican.
Yeah,
Jim Norton, I would say, is a Republican.
Much more so than liberal, yes.
And I would say Anthony's a Republican, okay?
And I was I defended Bush for a long time.
I know.
So,
and I guess it's cool not to now.
Do you really?
I guess it's cool not to now. Jimmy's calling you out.
Do you really think?
Don't change.
Do you really think? Don't change. If somebody's doing something I don't like,
my God.
I'm either A, supposed to change the way I feel, or I'm supposed to toe the party line and not admit that I was wrong about something? Go ahead, man. Your turn.
What did he do that you don't like?
I don't like the fact that the fact that he declared victory by landing on a plane. He landed on the ship and he declares a military victory was over because I think the Republican Guard had been smashed
4 years ago.
4 years ago,
We just
and
had
now
that
we are
anniversary,
still in
I
this
believe.
mess. And he had no exit plan. That's why. And the people around him are dummies.
Banner.
What's
You
that?
don't like his banner. That's cool. You don't like that he had a banner up. I guess that's...
Hey, listen.
Do you understand how stupid you sound?
All right, listen. Rush Limbaugh is back from commercials.
Yeah.
Nothing on that.
I was never a Bush hater. And believe me, I don't think it's cool to bash him. I'd prefer to defend him because it annoys liberals. But he's just beyond defense at this point.
All right.
The point of the start of this was is that you're just empowering the terrorists.
Empowering the terrorists.
All right, Mick. And it was stupid. You're a dummy.
Stop. You're a black and white. You see one side or the other. You don't have any gray area. You can't. And by the way, if you have if you own a company and you have an employee and he's doing a really good job, and then he starts doing a bad job, are you going to keep him because he did a good job at the beginning and you got to stick to that no matter what happens ever?
You know, if you're going to use an analogy like that, you have to take into consideration the Senate and the Congress. He's not doing all this. What you guys are just not seeing the whole picture.
You didn't answer me as to how he dropped 60-something points.
All right, listen.
All you did was blame the media in some broad-stroke hack defense. How did he drop? Dude, if the country is so happy with him, how did he drop 60-something points?
You have to ask the people that are polling.
I'm asking you.
Mick.
You're the political expert, Mick. I'm asking you.
Mick, we got to go. We're going to have to agree to disagree.
This is one of those topics you will never change anyone's mind on.
I don't want to change.
That's why
I don't want to change his mind. I just want to have a reasonable discussion, but
that's why
it's impossible.
That's why, in general, I can't be bothered with politics.
Look at
you don't get anything done. No one budges whatsoever. No one works together.
And then there's...
Yeah, I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah,
that's how it always goes when you discuss politics with anyone.
There's things that aren't even fact-based, like Steve and Brick here saying there were weapons of mass destruction.
All right, thanks.
Wait, no, don't hang up. Mick? Mick, you still there?
Yeah, he's there.
Another reason I think a lot of people don't like Bush is his stand on stem cell research. I think people find disgusting the fact that in the middle of a war he's been going after gay marriage. I mean, it's like that's what your priorities are.
I don't know anything about him going after gay marriage. I could care less about.
You don't know anything about Bush's going after gay marriage.
That's been a headline.
He wants it in the Constitution, a marriage, but it's under the guise of protecting marriage between a man and a woman, and not, prohibiting marriage between a man and a man or a woman or a woman.
So don't lie and say you don't know.
Less about that.
What's that?
I care less about that.
Yeah, but you could care less about that, but he's spending his time on things like that.
And that's pretty important to a lot of people out there, Mick.
And I'm saying that that's another reason people find him to be an idiot is because he is concentrating on something like that in a time of war when he said it was over 4 years ago.
He lets his religion interfere a little too much with his politics, which should be kept separate.
Right, and I'm sure someone like him won't be voted in next time. You guys,
he can't be.
To be like more blindsided. All I'm saying is, when it comes to the terrorists,
do you understand? Stop, dude. He's a guy who's using religion to kind of push his leadership. That's exactly what terrorists do.
This guy thinks I'm taking the terrorist side. Mick, do you understand?
When you bash the country or the president, you're taking the terrorist.
Exactly. Sure. You don't understand how I want to drop nuclear bombs on those people over there? On the terrorists and those... You don't understand that.
Mick, say that more often, then.
What about stem cell?
Say it more often, like I don't every day.
Yeah, Mick, you got to listen to the show a little more.
Yeah, you're a little boy trying to sound smart.
I think you would see a little more balance if you listen a little longer.
What about...
We got to go. We got to go. Mick, thank you.
Take care, guys.
We gave you your time.
All right.
Mick from Atlanta. Atlanta's a huge XM market for us, by the way. A lot of XMers in Atlanta.
I wanted a stem cell.
Well, now we're rocking. I mean, there's a guy, Mick did a bad job defending Bush. Let me try. All right, we got some calls that we could go to after the break.
There's a guy that assumes there were weapons of mass destruction.
All right, we can talk to Steve from Brick if he hangs on. We just got to take a quick break.